Okay, we're going to try this one more time. Welcome to Crypto Info, Blockchain Made Easy. With your host, Frank the Crypto Tank. We're having quite a few technical difficulties here this morning. We're going to have to simply go on old school with the laptop and no camera, no microphone, and so forth. So I have to tell you that the quality is what it is. But thank you for sticking with us, those of you who came back. Those of you who stuck in with our technical difficulties this morning, you got Frank the Crypto Tank, Crypto Info, Blockchain Made Easy. And tap that like and subscribe if you don't mind down below. Crypto just crossed a historic line. Circle and Ripple are now approved for national trust bank charters. No, this isn't rumors. December 12th, this happened. Mick, what's up? Okay, good. You guys can hear me now. Awesome. Thank you for the heads up, and thanks for helping me this morning, guys. Guys, the OCC is the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, granted conditional approval. Several major crypto firms, as you know. We got Pax Gold, Circle, you got Ripple, BitGo, Paxos, BitGo, Ripple, Fidelity Digital Assets. This is the first time in history that crypto native companies are being allowed inside the federal banking system. Crowd Billies, what's up from SIP? How you doing? Welcome to the channel this morning. What exactly, welcome Crowbillies and welcome Mick USMC and everybody else this morning. Guys, this is not the final charter yet, but conditional approval means the OCC has reviewed the applications and said yes in principle, basically. Circle will operate as the first national digital currency trust bank. Ripple will operate as Ripple National Trust Bank. These are federally regulated entities. They are supervised directly by the OCC. Art Caffeine, what's up? Good morning. Rear Nick, good morning. That means that one license valid across 50 states, guys, okay? So that alone is massive. What a national bank trust is essentially the part that matters. It's not the same as a traditional bank. It's a specialized federal bank. It's different. Here's what these trust banks are allowed to do. Okay, they can provide trust services. They can provide custody for digital assets. They can also hold, manage stablecoins, stablecoin reserves. That's pretty huge. They can custody tokenized assets, they can operate nationwide, and they can directly interface with the U.S. banking system. So, they can serve institutional clients, they can build regulated settlements and payment infrastructures, and this is critical for stablecoins and tokenized real world assets. Huge. Now, here's what they cannot do, which is equally important, guys. Here's what these banks cannot do, or at least not yet. They cannot take retail deposits. They cannot offer FDIC insurance. They cannot issue consumer loans like a commercial bank. They cannot run checking and savings accounts for the public. Okay, this is not a JP Morgan or a Wells Fargo. This is a trust bank model. It's a little bit different. That model is exactly what stablecoins and digital assets need at this stage. This is what we're all needing. This is why this is such a turning point here. This approval marks a shift. For years. Crypto existed, of course, outside the banking system, as we all know. We've all been waiting for this. Firms were forced to rely on partner banks to hold the reserves. And now, those banks could debank them at any time. Okay? Always. This has always been the case. And now that changes. Circle and Ripple can custody their own reserves inside a federally regulated entity. So that removes a major systemic risk. It also signals that U.S. regulators now recognize crypto infrastructure as legitimate. It's not integration, not exclusion. Okay, stablecoins and the law. Okay, so concerning the law of stablecoin, and how this all works, this approval did not happen in a vacuum, guys. It comes after Genius Act became law in July 2025. We know we're waiting for clarity still. To get out of the Senate Banking Committee, that the law establishes clear rules for stablecoins, full reserves, transparency, regulated oversight, everything. National trust banks fit perfectly into this framework. And Circle's USDC and Ripple's RLUSD have a compliant, federally supervised home now. And that matters for governments. It matters for banks and institutions as well. So, why are traditional banks nervous now is actually a question I've been asking and everybody's asking after all this. And not everybody's happy about this because these traditional banks, these trade groups have objected. They've argued the charters that they're too permissive and argued that crypto firms are being let into banking without the same burdens that they have. But here's the reality, guys. The firms are now under direct federal supervision. They're audited, they're examined, and they're capitalized. This is not regulatory arbitrage, and this is regulatory catching up for crypto to the banks. Okay? And what happens next here? What happens next? Conditional approval is simply step one. Next comes the hard part. Circle and Ripple must satisfy every OCC pre-opening condition, and that includes governance, capital requirements, risk controls, compliance systems, operational readiness. The OCC will inspect, the OCC will audit. Only then will the final charter be issued. That process usually takes 12 to 18 months and is an arduous, detailed process. After that, the banks can open and operate fully under national bank trust status. This is where we are. And why does this matter for XRP, by the way, guys? For all of us. This is where Ripple stands apart, guys. Ripple is not just using software here. Ripple is building regulated financial infrastructure. A national trust bank allows Ripple to custody assets now, settle value, support RLUSD, support tokenization, support institutional ODL flows. This moves Ripple closer to the center of global financial system. XRP sits at the heart of the system as the neutral bridge asset. We've talked about so many times in all these episodes. This is not retail hype, guys. This is the infrastructure of our future financial system. What do you guys think? Circle and Ripple aren't commercial banks yet, but they're now federally approved to become national trust banks. Okay, so this brings crypto inside the U.S. banking system. Finally, it strengthens stablecoins. It enables tokenization. It unlocks institutional scale. And it signals a new era, of course, where crypto is no longer fighting the system, but joining it. It's becoming part of it. Okay, this is one of the most important regulatory wins in crypto history, is what I'm saying, one of. This is huge for crypto, bringing it besides ETFs, launching and so on and so forth, and being approved by the SEC. This is one of the largest legitimizing moves in crypto, I am saying. You guys tell me what you think. Anyway, I hope you guys are tapping like and subscribe when you can. Please share the channel with friends and family. I think most of the world is clueless as far as where we're going with crypto. Some folks are over the target. Most are not, and that is going to be okay. We can't get tied up with all of it. What's up, doggy? How you doing, little buddy? Let's go ahead and get to some share screen action and see if we'll still be able to hear us and still be able to see the screen. I'm not certain that it will work. Can everybody still hear me? Here, let's see if we can still hear me with the share screen. And we can. Excellent. Okay. So, cryptocurrency market cap coming in at $2.96 trillion today. Fear and greed index is at a 22. Bitcoin is at 86,008. She's dropping like a rock. Oh boy, goodbye Bitcoin. Now she's going up a little bit. Oh no, now she's dropping. Okay, I don't care about Bitcoin. I'd like that to go away. Look at XRP's at some nice buying ops. I'm not a financial advisor. Don't buy or sell anything because what I say or do. Look at XRP over at $1.91. Do you think XRP is a good time to buy XRP? Oh geez, I don't know. Considering it's going to $1,000 or so coming up. You think $2 is reasonable? I don't know. That's for you and your financial advisor to figure out. Chainlink's at $12.85. What's going on here, guys, with Chainlink? Goodness gracious me, would you look at Chainlink? Because why? Oh, I don't know. Because here is at 17 cents. You know, I don't know who scooped up the Chainlink early on. But right now we're at a point where Chainlink's got an all-time high of $52, according to Coin Market Cap. So all decisions to be made by folks. Decisions made now, because look at Hedera Hashgraph coming in at 11 cents. Yes, that's right, 11 cents for Hedera. All-time high on Hedera, 57 cents. Not much of an all-time high, but we'll have to see. Some of these are going much, much, much higher. Some folks are over the target. Some folks have already got into the crypto space and secured themselves with positions on Quant, XDC, VeChain, Algorand, XRP, XLM, ICP, coming in at $3.04. Coins like this, you know what I mean? Some Shiba Inu, perhaps, maybe a little bit of Monero, maybe a little bit of Cardano ADA, and perhaps just a little bit of Solana. Ethereum and Bitcoin, I can take them or leave them. Guys, please don't forget about Caleb and Brown, your one-stop shop for your cryptocurrency brokerage cash out this cryptocurrency bull run, which ain't over yet. Please go ahead and call them if you are interested in getting more information. Yes, somebody said they took themselves out of they're out of Canada. Yes, they took themselves out of Canada because of regulation requirements and things like this. This company is so on the ball. Believe it or not, it wasn't going to happen in Canada. For them to be having fees proper for themselves and also regulation and everything. And that was a calculated move by them, and it was actually a wise move. Sorry, Canadians. To pull out of Canada. So I go research that one. I hear a couple people kind of like saying, hey, they pulled out of Canada. Not a big deal. They did that purposefully because they're an awesome company. This is my opinion. They are safe. They use Fireblocks institutional grade custody to guard your crypto. They're open 24/7. You get your personal crypto broker with no extra charge. It's $500 worth of crypto to actually start an account with them. $500 in funds or crypto. It's 3.5% for buy, sell, swap fee. And anytime you want to cash money out, of course, you want to make sure that you have, it doesn't cost you to onboard your crypto, by the way, onto the site for yourself, your own personal broker. And it's you log in to your personal login. You have your wallet there on Caleb. You onboard your stuff from wherever it is, Uphold or Kraken or wherever it is, Coinbase, and you keep yourself good and ready with the availability and versatility of a hot wallet. At the same time, however, having institutional grade custody on your crypto, having it guarded almost as good as cold storage. Nothing as good as being air-gapped off the internet. This way the hackers can't touch you unless, of course, they had your seed phrase, and then they can get into your wallet. Your 12 or 24 word seed phrase, depending on which wallet you're using. Please be careful with your crypto. Don't get caught with your shorts down. Very, very important to guard your crypto, particularly in this day and age and where we've been going with crypto and hackers and so on and so forth. So guard your crypto. Be very careful. I like a Caleb and Brown. You can cash out as much crypto as you want in one pop. You're not limited to the $50,000 a day on Uphold. I'm pretty sure it's what it is. You got to check it. Don't quote me on that. But there are daily withdrawal limits for each of these exchanges, which are not brokerages like a Caleb and Brown. A brokerage is different. A brokerage is big ball now as far as how much you can pull out and so on and so forth. You don't have daily withdrawal limits. You want to pull out 750K in a day because you've yanked out that money and your stuff's gone up. Yeah, you can get onto the site, or you can set your order with an email, whatever it is you want to do. You can set target orders, sell orders ahead of time, which is what I've done. Number of things locked and loaded and ready to go. I'm going to be at my favorite dinner spot or whatever, out with the wife or whatever. And this stuff is going to go ahead and run, and it's going to go ahead and cash out for me at my increments, going up the mountain as I've asked it to, and going down the mountain. Who can call the top? We can't. So we cash out on the way up the mountain as crypto's going up, or any stock, and on the way down. Am I a financial advisor? I think you know I'm not by this point, at this point in the game. But these are my opinions. Let's get to some of these comments here. Let's get to Fiat Leak as well and see how much crypto's moving, how much XRP is moving. We got 750,000 XRP trading in the past minute. XRP is a crap coin. Yes. We've got some comments in here. My boys agreeing. We'll see in March, says Reunik. We will see. Sachu, welcome into the channel. Let's go. Let's do it. Guys, what do you guys know about how... I know you do know a lot, because I know you guys have been around the block for a little bit the way I have. That means you might be a little bit older the way I am. That's not an insult. That's a compliment. Guys, look at this. Pay attention. Look at... It's pay attention time. Hold on, it's pay attention time. Am I sharing my screen? Hold on. I am. Hold on, it's pay attention time. Hold on. Guys, we're only going back on this chart to mid-June 2022. Okay? I mean, not even 5 years ago, right? So 4 years ago. Not even 4 years ago. 3.5. And here's what we did. Here's big boy with his stupid little thing, the vegetarian boy with the backpack, and the whole crash, and then it trades sideways for all that time. And then it goes up for his time, as we know. We know the whole thing. I've ran through it. I've ran through it so many times. I've run through it so many times. Here we are at this inflection. Do you see this dippy poo? Do you see this little do you see this little mountain, this little hill being created? Isn't that weird? It's a little hill. Why you get a hill? We don't usually see a hill. We're usually seeing more sharpness in all these moves. You're only seeing really kind of a hill here, a little bit of a hill, and almost the forming of kind of a hill there. When I say a hill, I mean a mound instead of a shark's tooth. Are you seeing the pattern with this? We're creating a little hill, a mound. Well, that's weird, isn't it? Isn't that weird? Boy, that's weird. Because anytime I ever see one of those little mountains or rounded hills, we only ever just dip straight down after that. Then, of course, we shot up after that, after some time. But look at all those little mountains dictate that we are dropping down. Does that mean that's going to happen? I don't know. But we're creating a nice little mound. So are we dipping further? Or will we be dipping down to, here, let's see, a cryptocurrency market coming up here very shortly that will be at 2.6 or 2.69 trill. See, because it's forming this little mound. And I'm going to talk like a newscaster. Yeah, each time this mound was formed, we did a dippy down. I don't know if that's true or not. Let's take a peek at Bitcoin and see what it will reveal to us, if anything at all. Not so much, right? Because Bitcoin is a volatile son of a gun. Boy, is it a mover and a shaker. Watch her go up to 10 grand today out of nowhere. It can totally do it. I'm not gleaning anything from Bitcoin's chart, and I kind of don't care about Bitcoin. So, Back to the points at hand and back to the comments. Let's go, says Sachu. Is it a good time to buy? Art Caffeine asks, or says, it's a good time to buy. Let's buy, baby, buy. Hey, guys, not a financial advisor. Art Caffeine says, buy, baby, buy. I ain't one to argue with the guy. He seems to know what he's talking about. You guys do what you want to do. Now, look, before you buy or sell anything, you probably should consult your financial advisor. That might be a good idea, because crypto is very risky and you can lose everything in crypto. And even if you don't do that, at least talk to the wifey poo. You know what I mean? You know, at least talk to whoever your financial advisor is and make sure that you are not left out in the cold this next crypto bull run, because it is a coming, and it always has to do what it's doing, which is go haywire basically on everybody and go down, trade sideways, have everybody and their mother saying, this stuff is going nowhere. You guys were all wrong about the crypto. I'm glad you all see the error of your ways now. Maybe next time you won't be so foolhardy with your money, all you crypto people. Okay, that's what I think is getting ready to happen here shortly. It always has to happen in any asset class before it runs up and your mechanic is telling you about stocks, which stocks to buy, that you need to get into tech stocks and the internet stocks. You got to get these you got to get Netscapes and Yahoo. Oh my gosh, you got to get these stocks. They're great. Oh, Bing, you got to get these stocks. They're the best internet stuff. Where are they now? You know. But anyway, they all ran up, and we're looking at it now. Crypto's ready to do it. We have a series coming out. I should mention this of our Art's got another comment coming in here. Hang on, Art. We have a series coming up here, guys. An 8-part series, which of course, you know what that means. Those are our 8 ISOs. That's XRP, XLM, XDC, the 3 X's. HBAR, which of course is Hashgraph technology rather than blockchain, which is in tech, it's okay. HBAR, connecting quite a bit of all of this together is HBAR. HBAR, Algo, IOTA, Quant, and ADA. My goodness gracious me, my good friends. This is what we have coming for an 8-video series that we shot yesterday. It's pretty cool. It's pretty good, actually. You'd think we did a good job on it. I think you're going to like it. It's very informative. It's very telling. It's very basic. It's for anybody that gets into crypto, newbie or medium crypto, adept individual. Not going to bore you. A lot of great information on the 8 ISOs and 8 videos series coming up shortly. So there's a little plug for that. That's going to be pretty awesome. Art Caffeine says, we are all alive in the best time in human history with the biggest opportunity we have. Don't mess this up. I'm agreeing. Thanks, Art, for helping me out on the channel. I'm agreeing with Art, not simply because he helps me out. A little bit biased. Art, my brother, is over the target. So are all these other folks. You got Crawbilly, you got RBTZ in here. What's up, man? You got Mick USMC, Rerenick. Don't know how to say that. Sachu coming back in. Yeah, this is, in my opinion, like I have to say, I'm not a financial advisor again, but I do. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm an entertainer. In my opinion, this is an insane buying up on any of the 8 ISOs. Coins like VeChain. Let me run through a few of these. People say, well, what do you think the good coins are? Well, I can never tell you what to buy. I can tell you what, I would say Bitcoin, God bless your souls. You want to go ahead and grab on some Bitcoin, you know, grab a Bitcoin for 80. Okay, let's say you've got enough money to put into crypto and it's a Bitcoin's worth, whatever Bitcoin's at. Okay, so Bitcoin's at $87,153. Okay, great. Not a financial advisor. This is an exercise. I've got $87K to drop into crypto. I pulled it out of 401K or whatever, whatever I did. I got the, don't worry about how I got 87K. I'm going to put it into crypto as an exercise here. Okay. I could buy a Bitcoin. The world would say, you own a Bitcoin? Are you serious? All your friends, you own a Bitcoin? Really? The people who know about crypto, they'd be like, you own a Bitcoin? Whoa. You're rich. You're going to be rich. Is it worth like $1 million? Or no, it's worth 87 grand. Still, that's a lot. Okay, great. Now, Bitcoin in a year or 2 or 3 doubles, triples. You know, it goes 2x, 3x, 4x, whatever it is. Okay, let's say Bitcoin goes ahead and 3x's and you're at, let's call it 180, 170 something thousand, 180,000 for argument's sake. Let's call it a 90,000 Bitcoin times 3, 270,000, right? 9 times 3 is 27, so 270, almost 1,000 Bitcoin in Bitcoin. Now, don't forget, you had to drop that 87,000 in there now, right? So you're really only grabbing about, 180K profit on the Bitcoin if it 3x's, and that's pretty good. That ain't bad now. And capturing 180 grand for your efforts to drop in 90, call it 90, a $90,000 Bitcoin. Okay, so you're dropping in 90, call it. Okay, well, that's great because it'll be at 90 in like a few minutes. It'll be at 90,000. Okay, great. Okay, good. So I did that and I was able to make 180,000. Now, if instead I said, now, wait a minute. Bitcoin's had its time. Bitcoin's had its time, and I know that. I know there are some winners like XRP, Cardano I keep hearing about, and I've seen Cardano go to like $6-8 or something before, as an all-time high. So if Cardano can do it, I'm sorry, $3.10, my apologies, as an all-time high, $3 or so, then you know what? Why wouldn't it be that some of these other great coins, because I keep hearing about Stellar XLM, that it's part of this new financial system. I don't know. I keep hearing about the new QFS, the new quantum financial system that's supposed to upgrade our banking and move money in 3 to 5 seconds and settle it in 3 to 5 seconds. Our money for pennies rather than 3 to 5 days. I don't know. I hear this stuff's coming to banking. It's called like ISO something. 2,200 something. I don't know. Some weird stuff these crypto people keep talking about. Okay. But I could take my money, and I keep hearing about this Hedera hash graph thing. And I'm thinking, that thing's at 11 cents. And if I go back to its chart, because I'm a little investing researcher guy, I say it's got all-time high according to coin market cap of 57 cents. So I say to myself, if it could even double that all-time high in its next price discovery, which it could, call it, even at $1.10, call it $1.10-ish. Okay, so if it can go $1.10, or even, let's say $1.50, almost a 3x, I think it can, because some of these ISOs I hear are explosive. So let's say it goes to $1.80, but the thing is, the thing's at 11 cents right now, this Hedera. So if I instead took that $90,000 and I said, you know what, instead I think I'm going to go ahead and put my money on Hedera and go ahead and get the old Hedera for 11 cents, 90,000 worth. Well, don't you know I just got 818,000 Hedera. Anybody who knows crypto would say, you got what? You got how much, Hedera? Oh, 800, almost 1 million. Is that good? Did I do good with that thing? People who know crypto and be like, oh my gosh, can I go on your super yacht with you in a few years? Like, is that cool? Do you mind? How many countries are you going to help? How many villages are you going to feed across the planet? Is actually what we really should say. Hey, how about stop being so selfish? 818, and so sensory driven. You need a super yacht. How about go help some people? 800 for once in your life. 818,000 coins of Hedera. Oh boy. So now Hedera does do it. Let's say it really did it, and it went to its $1.50-ish or so. And this individual is saying, now, wait a minute, that Hedera is that high right now? That's higher than the state of Colorado. Are you kidding me? You realize what? You realize how the studio's talking again. I got studio give me comments and suggestions in the back. So now what's going on is we got this individual sitting there going, are you honestly telling me that for that move, I just made 1.2 mil on that move? Yes. And that's not even really the move, because if we're being accurate, if we're being more, over the target and predictive, accurate in our prediction of H bar, if we want to be realistic, that sucker's going to $500, $1,000. But before it does that, it goes to, let's say, a couple $100 or so. You know H bar going a couple $100. Come on! Now look, I'm not a financial advisor. I think that's just simply common sense. Now this individual says, are you telling me that to put in that 90K, I just grabbed $163 million before taxes? Yeah, that's what just happened. On Bitcoin, it went 3x, and you're telling me I made 120,000, 180,000, whatever it was. On 90,000 of my money, I made 180,000 on this Bitcoin thing. Maybe I made 200 something thousand. Maybe Bitcoin goes to $700,000. I made something like 500K on the move. Oh, geez. Oh, boy. Oh, you did good with that Bitcoin thing. You sick of winning yet? Yeah, we did good with that Bitcoin thing. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Talk to me about 163 mil versus that. And I could be low with that number. Oh boy. I don't think I'm low with the Bitcoin number, because even if you say Bitcoin, you spent the 90 grand and Bitcoin goes to it, Bitcoin's going to be $1 million someday. Okay, fine. So Bitcoin goes to its $1 million. You still only made like 900K on the move. You had to put out your 90. Come on. 900K versus 163 mil. What the hell are you talking about? This is the problem with everybody. They don't understand. They pull a calculator out. Okay, this is what. Don't freak out early in the morning here, Frank. Calm down now. Oh, it's only 10 of 8 Colorado time. Easy, guy. Easy, Tiger. Easy. Boy, it really grind. This stuff really, what is it called? I was going to say grind my gears, but it really cooks my vegetables. No. There's a bunch of funny little sayings that I have in my mind swing around, but they're all corny as all get out, so I must apologize. Guys, this is the deal. Yeah, thanks, Art. I appreciate you, man. Guys, this is the deal. Pull a freaking calculator out. Oh my gosh. What the hell are you doing with Bitcoin? Bitcoin's had its time. Oh boy. Hey, Tank, I want to get into crypto. Wait. Where do I buy that Bitcoin stuff? Huh? What? What's that? Where do I buy? Oh, I got comments from the studio all over. Suggestions. Put a tie on. Sit up straight. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. Wake the F up out of your slumber. Oh my gosh. I'm trying not to go. I'm being told to sit up in my chair and chew with my mouth closed. Don't talk with my mouth full. Don't chew with your mouth full. Wait, what? Guys, I don't understand where folks are with crypto and investing. Most folks have no business investing. Am I being rude? No. Am I being honest and accurate and very forthcoming and over the target? Yeah. Most folks should not be investing. Yeah, you could be all crazy like this and be all emotional, blah, blah, blah. Right now, I can do that. But when I pick this up and I got to do my thing with investing, no. Nope. I turn into a freaking computer. There's no emotion in my game. We have no room for emotion when we invest. We don't get married to a project. Hey, here's the deal. Ripple ended up being a non-thing tomorrow, and it was all wrong, and it was all off, and whatever. I'm out immediately. You get it? That's how we play. Not married to anybody. Who cares who the pro what the people who oh you it's not being loyal. Who cares? Loyal to what? The reason why we're doing this is to be profitable, not fall on our face, and hopefully come out like shining stars. That's why everybody is into crypto. Don't bullcrap me. I'm not a financial advisor. I know you know that. That does not change the point that folks are sitting here on all of the YouTube channels trying to glean something about where crypto is going price-wise, particularly the cryptos they hold. Right? Right. Duh. That's why. I apologize, guys. Guys, that's why. If we wait, if we hold and wait, the story changes. If we pick this, get your hand off this mouse. Sorry. Sorry. Get your hand off that mouse. Things happen, problems happen. See, I just hit the coming back soon or something. Accidentally, because I'm playing games with the mouse. Take this and put it away. Take these and sit on them for a while. Unless you want to pack more bags. That's my opinion. I am an entertainer. I am not a financial advisor. You will never buy or sell anything because of what I say or do. I am making suggestions for myself for the future. That's what I'm doing. Everybody's into crypto because everybody's trying to make money. Let's be honest about this, okay? So you come here to get a feel, to get an idea. You come here to get some encouragement. You come here to spread some knowledge. You come here to share, have some fun. You come here to interact. You come here maybe to get a little bit of entertainment from this crazy guy, the tanker. Maybe you come in because a lot of it is information. I'm getting a lot of information from you guys, and I greatly appreciate it. I'm going to tell you that. I'm thinking about out loud now about what this channel really becomes each day for all of us, and a lot of it is you guys spitting out info and informing me of things I was not aware of that day, let's just say, current events and so on and so forth, even on a broader time frame. Things that I have missed, or you can't know everything. Come on. I know most of it in crypto. I'm not going to bullcrap you. I know almost everything in crypto. It is what it is. I know a lot about crypto. There are a lot of things that I do not have eyes on and did not have eyes on with crypto. Therefore, I don't know it. And somebody's going to say certain things or here and there, and I'm going to say, I don't know about that. You say, oh, you don't know that? Now, here's the thing. We can't know everything, so we're constantly learning. So that's what a big thing is for me, is you guys to come and teach and help me. This is an information, crypto info, blockchain made easy. We're trying to make this freaking thing easy. We're not devs. We're doing the best we can. Let me get back to some comments, guys. Guys, I hope that you guys are enjoying the channel. I think you are. Welcome to some newcomers. Sachu says, and thanks for helping me, Art. Please share the video with friends or somebody you think might be interested in learning more about crypto. Maybe not this particular video, but there's so many. If you just tap my video section on the channel, you'll see that, we have so many reg videos that do describe crypto pretty nicely to the newcomer. Sachu says, so thank you for that, guys. Sachu, better to buy, when people are scared than in a few months or weeks when we are at new highs. And that's exactly right. And that's what happens, is that when your hairdresser tells you it's too late. No offense to the hairdressers and the mechanics and the truck drivers and everybody. It's just that these are not typically folks who are into, or painters, who are into crypto and investing in crypto. Contractors, we are now, though. Over 50% of contractors, of crypto investors are contractors. Interesting stat there. Contractors are construction folks, are crypto folk. I agree with you, Sachu. Rironic. I still got that name. Reronick. Maybe you take the W out, Mixolizia. It's okay. Rero. I started by buying regular every month for a fixed amount, and that's all it takes. And I did the same. I went back to some of these apps on my phone, you guys, and I'm like, how much money did I spend on crypto? I'm going back to blah, 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 all these apps. And I'm going, oh my gosh, I started off really slowly and then I really ramp it up. So thank you for the comment. And yes, a nice point that most folks miss on crypto. So thank you, Rero, for the comment. Psalm 91 and 92, how far? If it's important enough to you to put in your handle, I will go check. Psalm 91 and 92. Because I'm a crazy research guy. Thanks for the tip. Cool handle. XRP is the most valuable asset on the planet. What did I miss?
How far is XRP going down?
If the studio helps me. How far is XRP going down? I do not know. I'm missing comments. I don't know. XRP could go down to like $1.50 or so. Who knows? Maybe that'd be great for folks if you guys could get it, capture some XRP. In my opinion, at $1.50 or so, boy, would that be fantastic. In my opinion, not a financial advisor. How far is XRP going down? Yeah, thank you for your question, Sam. Yeah, I would say I don't know, and nobody knows how far it's going to go down. What we do know is there are too many metrics, broader metrics, tighter metrics, minutia metrics, everything in between that tell us that the ISOs, particularly XRP, are coming up to a dominant spot here moving forward concerning crypto and everything and crypto prices, and everybody's going to be shocked and be like, wait, it wasn't about Bitcoin. I thought it was Bitcoin, Ethereum. I mean, it still is, and Ethereum is still, come on. It's still about Ethereum. Don't get me wrong, guys. Nothing wrong with some Ethereum. It'll 2, 3, 4x or whatever. God bless it be. People will then migrate off that in a major way coming up in some time because it just can't be fixed. And equipped to support all of the crypto coming onto it. Only 15% or so of Americans own crypto. Now we're going to have about 85% coming in soon. Look at that massive chasm or gap that we have there, guys. When all that activity, Ethereum can't handle it now. What's going to happen when all the rest of that activity? It doesn't take a brain surgeon. Okay, Ethereum can't fix itself either. Okay, so it's not about Ethereum for the future. Ethereum is your Netscapes or your whatever. That will go away. You heard it here first. Wait for a few years. I've been saying it for 3 years. Wait for a few more years. Ethereum will be one of the big players, but I think it'll kind of be a Bing or a Netscape or something. That's my opinion. Anyway, more comments here. Rero. Oh, hang on now. Art Caffeine. Wait, hold on. Rero says, then what I learned about cycles, I waited for the big dips and drops 20%. And you played it right. In my opinion, not a financial advisor, of course, but Rero, I think you played it right. Thank you for giving me the thumbs up on the breakdown, Art. I appreciate you, bro. We couldn't have a minimum in we could have a minimum in December or March, April, says Rero. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, but we don't know the future. Oh, you're talking about for XRP. Yeah, we don't know what prices could be, guys. I agree with Rero. Sachi says, I've been waiting to buy myself a tech thingy for months now. I just keep investing and then bam, my bank is empty again. Welcome to the game of crypto investing, my friend. When you are ready, you will, God willing, pull that trigger properly and be adding to your wealth pile. We'll have to see. Sam says XRP is the most valuable asset on the planet. We are agreeing, my brother. We are saying that XRP, XLM, XDC, HBAR, Algo, IOTA, but did I say? I said HBAR. Algo, IOTA, Quant, ADA, the 8 ISO 2002, 2 coins, which again, just a quick refresher, ISO is the International Standard of Operations. You go to ISO.org, you will see that they always have had a best messaging code number, ISO, blah, 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 blah. There are a number of them before you ever got to ISO 20022. If you go to ISO.org, you click the banking section, you will see there's every industry has a best practices messaging code from the International Standard of Operation. Okay, so go to ISO.org, do your research, please. Go there and check it. It's kind of fun, actually. And go see all the bank messaging codes that have existed before ISO 20022 ever came down the pike. They've been doing this for years. We never know about it. They've been doing it for every industry. So, ISO has a best messaging code, practice code. This is the best messaging practice to have banks message and talk with each other through messaging. ISO 20022, of course, is the messaging standard, essentially. And then these cryptos, so to speak ISO 20022 language or are compatible with ISO 20022. All right, this big thing is they're not the coins. Everybody wants to know what they're talking about with crypto. ISO 20022. There's people don't know what they're talking about. The coin itself is not ISO 20022. Correct, it's not. It's the messaging layer is the ISO 20022. Essentially. And then you can fall in line with it or not and actually be able to speak with and through the system to be able to move money or value at the speed of information. And that's basically accurate. You might take one little word in there and try to pick it up, but that's pretty accurate. Okay, let's give accurate info on the channel tanker. So that's essentially what's going on. And what's been happening here is that this transition has been going on for a long time. Those who've been following crypto and all it's, 24 hours crypto, boy, all of the channels that we watch, all of the minutia detail guys that follow the banking panel discussions and so forth over all these years that we've been watching these guys, it's boring stuff, a lot of it. The presenters will admit that the stuff is boring. They want it boring. We've got a lot of money being printed and a lot of money coming in. Let's switch to this. Let me get to comments real quick. Excuse me. Because I want to get over to this key point, which a lot of people are not realizing. I'm going to hit two quick things. One is the ETFs and the inflows and the OTC buying and dark pool buying, and what's about to change with that, and also what's happening with quantitative easing and the bathtub, the water in the bathtub, getting to a point where QT has done too much of a number with that drain being opened up and the water coming down to too low of a level here to the bottom of the bathtub, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh my gosh, you better a little more QE, please. Turn that faucet back on, and then the faucet starts filling up the bathtub again with water so it can get closer to the top. And that's what we're doing. Liquidity injection, major QE, major faucet turned on coming up here. Q1 and Q2 2026. It's already started. They've already injected 13.5 bill December 1st. They're not stopping. We did so good with that tariff thing. We're going to give you stimulus check money. They call it all different things. They're calling it something management this time around. All it is QE. They call it whatever they want to call it. When we inject money into the money supply, thereby increasing our M2 money supply, which is the aggregate of M0 and M1, remember, of the monies, which is savings, all liquid money, cash, savings, checkings accounts, travelers checks, money market deposits that are less than 100 mil. This is a lot of money in the world. All these stimmy checks, right? All this money, this is all M2 money supply. When that goes up, risk on assets go crazy. It's buy time. Large institutions and retail both. It's buy time. Sending markets crazy, both reg stock market and crypto market. You guys know this? You guys know this, right? This is how this works. It's like Oz pulling a lever. Pull one lever, the other levers get pulled. Okay, so they're injecting so much money into the economy now, Q1 and Q2 of 2026. That, along with ETF inflows, ETFs haven't gone up. There's so much buying. You're talking about almost $1 billion already in ETFs being purchased. Almost $1 billion. I don't know how much. But so much ETF capital inflows tank. How come you're not seeing the prices going up? Price of XRP going? In fact, price of XRP is going down. So what are you talking about, tank? Do you really know what you're talking about? Answer: yes. Here's why. Here's why this is happening and what folks are missing, and Jake Claver's been trying to explain it to you, and so on and so forth. I will get into comments in just a sec. Guys, if we know our stuff and we know what's going on with QE and QT and how all this stuff works and yield curve and all this tracking that we do, all these metrics we use to track that when a lever gets pulled, this type of lever, that always pulls this lever too. Interesting. And those two get pulled, that always pulls this lever. Interesting. And then that always makes this lever go the other way though. That fourth lever. That's an interesting pattern that happens. Yeah. So we're watching patterns, and this is what happens. This is a mechanism, the money system, and how this whole thing works. It's an animal that's in play that works the same way each time. Okay, so the bathtub gets too low because they've done a little too much QT or quantitative tightening, which means they don't print money and they don't lower those interest rates, and Jerome Powell gets up there and instead they go up. And so the drain gets opened, and the water out of the bathtub comes out, and all the liquidity in the market, particularly this is the repo market. Essentially, this is the repo market. This is the rate that banks can borrow money at essentially overnight. They're like, look it, we got all this, what we're holding. Look at all these bonds, everything we're holding that you make us buy. And now we want to cash in overnight. We need liquid money now. And so at a 2% rate or whatever, keep it low. But overnight, you let us borrow tons of money. Okay, good deal. That's the repo market. Now that repo market is the liquid and is the liquid of the whole market besides all the M2 money that's in the bathtub. Now QT happens. You open up that drain, let too much of the water out. No good. Getting too low to the bottom. We're gonna have a dry. Can't have a dry bathtub. Economy's got to keep moving. So what happens? Turn that faucet on, because the thing is they don't know how high or low the water is. When they get to the bottom of the tub with the water, then they know. Then they're like, we are close to the bottom here. Turn that baby back on. And then they flood and turn on quantitative easing, and they print money and fill that bathtub water back up. They can't have it overflow though. They print it up and they inject quickly. That bathtub fills up fast. When that happens, now the banks don't have to go buy bonds and all this stuff that they're forced to buy all the time in order to be a bank. They make a deal to become a bank. They gotta fulfill certain criteria, buy these bonds. Now they don't have to do it. Now they say, oh good, now we can buy the good stuff. Now we go buy gold, we go buy crypto, risk on it, we go buy some AI, the stuff that's the next stuff in the world that we know is going on. Right. That's how this stuff works in case you didn't know. So, getting back to the ETFs, and I'll get to your comments, I know. Getting back to the ETFs now and the explosion on that, well, why is it going down there? You don't know what you're talking about, Tank. The price is going down on XRP. Guys, it's going up because they can't buy off OTC and dark pools forever. And once this runs out, they now have to go to the open exchanges and the open markets to actually purchase more XRP. Now liquidity shock happens. Now there's not enough. We were dealing with thin liquidity now. So every billion or every million they buy or whatever, they buy in large, massive quantities. Every billion they buy, let's just say, starts sending XRP shooting. And everybody's like, what's going on with XRP? And like, this is what that Jake Claver was talking about, and the tanker. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. Some was, let's get back to these comments and close this out. Makes sense why ETH built the rail at XRP. Yeah, of course. Announced this year. Of course it does. Everything from ETH will port to, of course, to the XRPL, and that's what's happened. That's what's going to end up happening. Dude, you're totally over the target, Art. We have the best in our community. That's what I'm saying. I agree with you, dude. I feel like we have some of the best people in our community. Yes, we are truth tellers here to the best of our ability. We try to be as truthful as we can. If we are not truthful, it's because we genuinely just didn't know and we had that thing wrong. Okay? There's going to be no misdirection and no misleading here on this channel. We are going to get the directness on this channel. And we'll also call some folks out who maybe talking some book a little bit. That's okay. Hey, look at people do what they do. DSGR says Psalm 91 was printed in place. Okay, the soles of my boots during 3 combat tours. Lovely. Oh, good, dude. All right. Thanks, bro. Appreciate you sharing that. And I will check out Psalm 91 and 92 myself. And thank you for your service, my good sir, to DSGR. We appreciate you very much. Crypto Canuck, same reason Solana, John. That's true. That's the same thing. All this stuff is coming to light now. Are you seeing all this with Paxos and everything in the banks? Oh boy, guys. I hope you have an awesome day today. Thank you for joining Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy with your host, Frank the Crypto Tank. Some newcomers, please tap some DSGR. If you guys are not subs, please go ahead and subscribe to our channel. We would appreciate that greatly. Onjax, thanks for coming into the channel. I got to hit the comment on Onjax before I go. Tanker, did you look up the 20 billion clause in the fine print details of the Clarity Act? No, I didn't, but I did see 2 more videos on it. Supposedly they will have to trim 14 billion according to Cheeky Crypto. Yeah, and you know what? I did not. His is not one of the ones that I checked, but I will make my note to check Cheeky Crypto. On your point there with the 20 bill, I saw 2 other videos on it, but no, I will check 20 bill. Cheeky vid. I will check it on Jackson. Thanks for coming in. DSGR, thanks for your service, and also USMC, Mick USMC, and all my other brothers. We appreciate your service very much on this planet, and thank you for protecting and keeping us all safe and putting yourself out there. And thank you to Sachu, Rero, everybody, Art, who came into the channel and commented, Crawbilly, Mick USMC, RBTZ. We got newcomers in here too. We got Classic on Jack as well. Crypto Canuck Classics coming in, but some newcomer. Thanks for coming in. Art, thank you. Sachu, thank you. We love you guys. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Happy birthday to my brother-in-law, Scott, today. Happy birthday, my brother. I hope you have a great day today, and I'll see you tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Colorado time. Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy with your fast-talking host, Frank the Crypto Tank. Take a breath, Schwartzy. Have a great day. Please share the video, too. It's fun, and it helps me. Love you guys. See ya.